Like 13 days or something like that.
You said I'm doing? We bowling. my birthday on a Wednesday, dog.
Baby.
Scholar!
We back. We back in class, y'all. Disrupting shit. You know how we do, son. The best part about being like a bad student in class is when the teacher can't get mad at you because you do what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, talking.
You just be talking shit.
We're gonna talk over like a jazz beat.
Oh my god. All right, go ahead.
Nah. All right, go ahead.
Welcome to this evening's episode of Educated Brothers Podcast. You have yours truly, Dante. To my immediate front, we'll call it 12 o'clock. Got my boy Sean. Because y'all know we have a guest, we're going to let him introduce himself on this wonderful, wonderful evening that we have ahead of us. We're going to get into some shit today, y'all. Some good stuff, though. You're going to enjoy yourself. But with all that being said, welcome. We gotta start off smooth. That's how we gotta start off. Holidays getting here, you know what I'm saying?
How you feeling, Dante?
I'm good, brother. I'm good. You know, son, this was one of those days for me. Yeah. It's like a gratitude day. I woke up really like, yo, I'm just happy to be alive. Like I don't need nothing else. Yeah. You know, it's just you feel me? Just
I get that.
Happy to be here.
I get that.
You know? Another day to do something different.
Absolutely.
That's it. Sean, how you doing, sir?
I'm good. I would say how I'm feeling at this very moment, but you guys tried to like kill me for saying it before we walked in here.
Because you were what? Say it exactly how you said it to us, and then we'll explain to the people why we said say it exactly how you said it.
I didn't say anything crazy.
Yeah, but what'd you say?
Listen, happy birthday. Happy birthday to my bro Mark.
Okay.
Where
were you?
I'm coming here from a Korean barbecue place.
Okay.
What's the other word you said?
What are you talking about?
How you explained it to us when we was over there.
That is exactly what I said.
Nah. I should have recorded it so I could put the snippet right here of what you actually said.
Listen, a wise man once said to me. A wise man once said, listen, a wise man once said to me, if you say pause, it negates everything.
Man, you lucky there ain't no fly on the wall. I ain't even gonna put you out there. Just we've done enough shenanigans for the start of the class.
Just know
we have a guest tonight.
Yes,
we need to be
do.
Respectful. Yes. Enough of your shenanigans. You're not gonna tell what you really said.
Maybe he's full of glee.
Oh my god. Yo, I hate this man so much.
My bad. I'm sorry, y'all.
Yeah, that's how you feel. Anyway, classmates, we have a guest with us this evening. This is actually it's another one of our friends that's welcoming back. You might not have seen him last time around. He's supporting one of our other friends. Liz, you saw her on another one of our episodes. But I'm going to let you do your introduction. Yeah. Let everybody know who you are, where they can follow you and all that good stuff.
What you do?
My name is Steven. I manage Liz. I'm a manager. As far as that, you can find me on Instagram as only Steven or only Steve _ I'm Sean's friend too.
Yes, sir. It's my boy.
Been through hell in bowling, so the Asses team in Jersey.
Shit, right now? Oh my God, right now? Yeah, we ain't looking too hot.
As far as that, I'm just a guy that's trying to make it out, you know?
That's it.
As far as that, like, I don't like to call myself an artist, but like, I guess I'm an artist.
You're an artist.
You are.
You're an artist.
You are.
Yeah, I said it the other day, and it felt weird. I'm
not
gonna lie.
It's cool. You get used to it. We call you that.
Into it. We artists too. You know how we know? Marv told us. You know Marv. Marv was like, I remember the first time I said it too. I was like, yeah, we got to make more content. He's like, nah, bro, stop calling it content. It's art. As long as you're doing something like in the field that you're doing, bro, you're an artist, bro. You're an artist, bro.
As far as that, like I do it all. Like I do my own content with my shoes and stuff like that. I do just content in general. Like I guess with my pictures, like I've been kind of experimenting a lot and just doing what I want to do, and just being able to do it now is just like I'm grateful for it. You know?
That's it. One day at a time, son. How's it going?
Good. Just grateful. amazing, for real. Like, just trying to take everything at one time and just, like, living it, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
that's all you can do, bro.
That's literally all you can do.
That's how we leaned into this fucking podcast.
That's literally how we lead. Like today's episode, y'all, is going to be about some shit that some of y'all have either gone through or going through in the moment, depending on like how shit's looking.
Not to cut you off, but I'm sitting here and I'm allowing all this shit to brew in my spirit.
Yeah.
That's literally how we started this podcast.
Because you know what? I found acting at like 27 and a half, 28, you know what I'm saying? And that's when we flourished and we had comb your beard, ENT, you know what I'm saying?
Right after that, because we like, yo, we'll get into it.
So,
that's why when you hit me on that, I'm like,
it's some real shit.
That's some real shit, bro.
So for those that aren't familiar or don't have the context behind what we're actually talking about, there's a rule. I don't know if it's a rule or a law, but it has to do with the number 9 in terms of numerology. So if you follow numbers and things like that, there's a series of numbers that have different weights depending on the year that something's going on, right? So the year of 9 is like completion, on to the next thing, acceptance, all of those things that in the moment seem like shit. But when you look back on it, it's like, yo, if that didn't happen, this wouldn't have happened. So basically where I'm going with this is, if you're not familiar with it, the rule of 9, as I'm just going to call it the rule of 9.
But before you get all the way into it,
yeah,
we're going to get into a new segment on our show that we're going to start the show off. So we're going to let Dante run into his rule of 9.
Okay.
We're going to call it today's... What are we gonna call it?
Did you know?
Did you know?
Did you know?
Like
that's what the new segment that we have is going to be us like talking to. We were enlightened by a very bright-minded person who told us that we should really lean into this. Right, Steve?
I think you might
know this guy.
We should lean into the educational process. I wonder who it was. Who him?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But that's why we have.
We definitely need. We're gonna lean into the education part of the title of the show. So Dante, take it away.
Okay. So did you know there's a rule of 9 that states every 9 years something catastrophic happens that allows growth for the next step? What do I mean by that? If you think about yourself when you were 9, 18, 27, 36, depending on where you are in life, there's probably something that happened or something that's in the process of happening that allowed you to grow outside of that. So to y'all, it's one of those where I want you to think of, and I was talking about this like before we got on, like think about like when you were 9 going on 10, right? Like before it was like, yo, I'm just here to be here. And then you turn like 9 and a half and you like, oh shit, I like girls, or whatever you're into when you start experiencing sexuality.
Damn, son,
right?
Where'd you find this?
You know what I'm saying? This is all from reading. I didn't just think of this. This is all from reading, right? 9 happens and you're starting to go through it. So then from 9 to 18, you're literally growing.
Yeah.
We talking middle school, we talking high school. Because remember, I don't know if you felt like this, but when you graduated high school, did you feel like you were on top of the world?
Nah.
Because
you remember,
you know what I'm saying?
And you remember what literally happened to me the last day of our senior year.
Because as you go, you're like, yo, it's going to get better. And then some shit happens. And it's like, man, this is some bullshit. But then the next, as you're going through it, you're learning more about yourself. So 18 to 27, shit's going on, right? You're talking collegiate years. You're talking growth in general. You're hitting 21. You're hitting 25. All of these ages are hitting. Things are happening and shit looks okay. And then some bullshit happens and it requires you to do more, right? So I challenge you, Sean, because we talk about this, off camera, right? Yeah. Think about when you were 27, right? More specifically, like the 9, 18, 27. Like, let's look at 27. 18, you still like...
I have very specific events for each of those ages. And, I won't get into my long tangents. 9 was rough for me only because... when I was turning 8, we had moved to Woodbridge from Newark. Island, shout out to Island. Shout out to my homies at Island Middle, IMS, Indiana Ave, School 18.
Jelani, what up, man?
Shout out to my boy JT, what up? Shout out to my boy Jamil. But so what happened with that was, when you're coming from an urban area going into a suburban area, I was more active in Newark because you had, take your ass outside, go play. But when you're in the suburbs and you live on a main road and there's cars, you ain't got nowhere to really go unless you're going to the park and shit.
Yeah.
So for that first year and some change, I didn't really have the friend group that I grew into eventually out there. So the two guys I had befriended when I first moved out there were scholars, let's say. They were more into books, reading, chilling. I'm like, hey, let's go do something active. They wasn't for that. So what happened going into my turning 9 that next year, I got really fat. A lot of people have this assumption since I'm big that when I was a big kid that I was like always big and then I ended up like losing weight. No, I was small with a big ass head.
Your throwback pictures is crazy.
So I was small with a big ass head. We moved to Island, and being that I wasn't as active as I was in Newark, I started to gain weight because I was always in the house. So when I turned 9, I remember that first picture. Like when you got older and you see it, I remember seeing a picture of me when I was 9. I'm like, that's when it fucking started. Like that's when I just blew the fuck up. And you can't be fat in a quote unquote white neighborhood because they'll ridicule the shit out of you for it. So like I got picked on a lot for my weight.
Well, that's kids in general. They rude as fuck.
Nah, but it was just it came from all sides. So like I used to deal with a lot of like self-confidence issues and shit like that. So once we got to high school, I always thought like girls were joking with me when they would tell me that they were attracted to me. I couldn't believe it because I didn't feel that way about myself. So, but once I got into like my sophomore and junior year, and I'm like, I slimmed down for real. Abs started showing and shit. Football. I'm like, all right, what up? What up? But nah. So that all started when I was 9. When I was 18, 17 going to 18, I got my heart broke really fucking bad. My senior year ending my entire first year of college was just horrible. And then I kept putting myself into these really dumbass situations thinking that, if I lean into somebody else because of what was happening to me with this other person, I'll forget it. And then that other person would do the same shit. And that shit just kept happening from 18 on to 21. I finally got to a point where I'm like, I can't keep, looking for the same shit. And then going into 27, literally that year in itself was just a nightmare. One of my favorite uncles ended up getting sick and passing away. I didn't really deal with that well. And on top of that, I learned after speaking with Dante, a lot of people, once they go into 27, that's the first real year a lot of people have when they really sit there and think to themselves, I'm about to be 30.
Not for sure.
So if you're not really so if you're not really doing what you want in life, you're either gonna feel really elated about that or you're gonna feel really fucking down about it. I was on the verge of turning 27. My uncle just passed away. I was working a dead-end ass job. I was already 3 years removed from getting my college degree. And the lie they used to tell you, you go to college, you're going to get a job immediately.
Yep.
No, it took a minute.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I graduated college at 25. I'll be 35 this year. I just really, really got my career popping 2 years ago. So, going to dealing with all that, going into my 27th year, I'll never forget that day until, like, I'm in my room. I was still living with my sister and my mother. And I had work that morning. Couldn't get up. Everybody in the house know that by 6:30 I'm out because I had to be working at 7. And I only live 15 minutes from my job. I would still leave so I could make sure I get there on time. My mother hears my TV on, so she knocks on the door. The door's open. I ain't say nothing. She walks in the room. She looks at me and goes, Sean, I ain't go to work. I'm just looking at her. No answer. I'm staring my mother dead in her face, and I could not talk. Because I got up to go to work and just didn't get out of bed. Just sat there. Didn't shower or anything. She asked me like 2 more times why I didn't get up, and it just, every emotion I had in me just came out. And I could not control it. Started going to group therapy. Just started getting, like, trying to figure out why I was feeling the way I was feeling. Because, at that time, we hear about depression and shit like that, but we're not really, that ain't going to be me.
About that shit, yeah.
Until I'm sitting in these group therapy sessions, the lady, who was running the first session I went to, pulled me to the side and she was like, "Yo, a lot of the things you speak on deals with depression." I'm like, "Huh?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm just going through some shit. I'll be alright."
Yeah.
But I started seeing a therapist 1-on-1, and she sent me off to a psychologist, and they actually diagnosed me with that shit. So I got diagnosed with depression at the age of 27.
Damn.
And you know, I have to explain to people a lot. Depression is not something that gets cured. You don't just like magically wake up one day like, I'm free of it.
I'm better now.
It's a daily experience to actively do things to keep it away.
Mm-hmm.
So when I tell people like, oh, I got diagnosed, they immediately just like, you all right? I'm like, I'm good. But I'm aware of it. I'm not denying it. I know that if I'm not in a good situation mentally, it can take over. I refuse to go on medications and shit like that. So I just do what makes me happy. So, and it was crazy because I'm coming out of that funk. Dante starts getting into his acting. I'm like, yo, I had already started doing like my own personal like skits and Instagram shorts, like a year removed.
Mm-hmm.
Dante's like, yo, I'm about to go out to acting. I'm like, yo, just do the shit with me. It gives you experience in being in front of a camera. We started making skits. Comb your beard. Comb your beard was born. And just doing that, it just kept turning into something and graduating into other things. And here we are, Educated Brothers Podcast, baby. So like those were like my formative years. So now Rule of 9, what's 27 plus 9?
36.
So next year.
I got mine, bro, because I was thinking about it earlier.
Yeah.
So we go, but you know, it's enough about us.
Everybody sees us all the time.
Is this something that you feel like, again, if you do like 9, 18, 27, do you feel like those things have been like, yeah, when this shit happened, that shit happened?
Now that I'm really thinking about it, for real, I mean, when I was 9, I can't really remember, bro.
Your memory don't go back to 9, bro?
Yo. I don't know where my but like
I know I was 9.
I definitely lived through it for sure. But when I want to say like since like, you know, from like 9 to 18, it was definitely like a time where I wasn't sure who I was, for real. But like I had a lot of like, so to get a little like more personal wise, if anything, like me and my family was never really that close. So it was like, I tend to lean on my friends a lot. So from like 9 to 18 was really much of like friends.
Yeah.
So that's where I got my like, started learning more about myself by being around my friends. Cause I feel like I could be more true to myself. Cause like, you know, at the crib, it was a little different. Like I was always like kind of like isolated. Just cause like I chose to be that way. Which not that I don't like, I do regret it, but like, same time I can't go back in time to go change that. So the only thing I could do now is try to change that now, because obviously I'm grateful to have my family still here and everybody still here. So from that time to 18, it's going back to where you was talking about, like I was very like self-conscious and like you know, everything about my body. So like thank God, like my brother introduced me to the gym, and I started going to the gym probably like around 14. Went to Retro when it was a thing. Started my own thing for a good year, and then after that, I started doing at-home workouts.
Is that when you got introduced to trend?
Yo, the funny part is that I'm also a jokester, right? So I will keep going on with a joke as far as I can. As far as I can. Like I'm telling you, like every day I'll go like day 1 of trend, week 1 of trend. You won't hear from me for a whole month, and I'm like a month of trend. So it's like I keep going on with it, and then like there's some people believe me, but I just, you know what I'm saying? Like if you actually ask me, I'll tell you the truth.
Listen, don't take trend, yo.
No, I don't do none of that. But
nah, go ahead, my bad.
Yeah, so the gym to me was my second home, for real.
Okay.
I went from my lightest during high school was like 120. Senior year got up to like 140. Then after college, probably went up to all the way to 160. Started my first 9 to 5, got all the way up to 205. now I'm back down to 182.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've been 182 since 6th grade.
Yo, it's
My
definitely
man
a
said
journey,
sixth
bro.
grade,
It's definitely a
bro.
journey. But anyway, like I've always been like subconscious.
Yeah.
So that was probably my 18. Like 18 was like when I think about it, it's like a lot too, cause like heartbreaks here and there, like all that stuff, and like kind of wish I went to go back and like really like look at it and like kind of wish I learned from others instead of experiencing it for myself. But it is what it is. Like then now being 27 is like, yo, this year's been crazy. Yo,
I remember that
yo,
shit, son. I'm
probably,
sorry.
This probably sums up my whole life, bro. That's how crazy this year's been, and like,
but
and I'm just grateful to be even still here, still alive, like still experiencing all this, because like now you can educate other people, you know.
and
Pay it forward.
and being around, because you didn't share it, so I'm not gonna put your personal business out there. But being around you and seeing what you went through this year, and then now seeing how it's ending. I told you when all that shit started happening, I'm like, yo, you're gonna be all right.
You got to ride the
And,
wave,
and,
son.
and literally, I wasn't saying it because we cool. I was saying it because, like, yo, we all went through it. I shit you not. You told me what happened. Me and Grace got in the car. She's like, you good? I'm like, yeah. I rarely have moments where I feel like God and the universe put me into people's lives for certain reasons.
That's how I feel too.
And when you said it to me, I felt like, yo, you needed to say that to me because I went through the same shit the same year.
Yeah.
And towards the tail end of that year, everything started to make sense.
Mm-hmm.
What I was going to do, what wasn't for me, what wasn't going to work out, shit was going in the right direction. And when I got into that 28th year, whoo!
The clouds start to part out the way and shit. You go, oh, damn, it is sunny out here, ain't
and it was crazy. Like New Year's Day, it was on. It was on.
That's low key what I'm waiting for real.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm excited to where like the road is leading, no matter where it goes, because I know I'm gonna be ready for it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when just going back, and honestly, I'm gonna say like I'm grateful for you being in my life and just meeting you guys in general.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I had some great friends around me at that time where I was really down, and I'm grateful for all of them. Like Anasir, Bree, Siggy, Alexis. My brother was around too.
Yeah.
Like,
Lex should put his ass on the show.
no cap. but like I had a lot of people around me that actually supported me, and like even my new team that I'm a part of, like Stevie, like he brought me on his team, and like I just been going nonstop hard just because like I'm grateful for it, and like it's been an experience to where like why not?
Yeah.
Like why not go hard? And like that's what I'm learning now is just like I have nothing else to really stop me. I've been at my low, I've been at my bottom, like it's only up from here. So it's just like so it's just like yeah, this year's been crazy, man. It's just been crazy, and yeah, it's just like I'm just excited because like right now I'm in that zone to where like I'm thinking about a lot of stuff that I want to do. So that's why my whole profile has been changed. Like, and I always had it before in me, like even like during high school and during like I always had these ideas, and that's why I shared these ideas with you guys, because like why not help your friends and boys, and that's why, as you were saying, like there's certain people part of your life at certain times, especially when you need it. And I believe that too, because I know even at my job when I was going through this stuff, like I never really thought myself talking to my coworker about this shit.
Yeah.
Like now I think about it, it's like why did I even tell you? but like it's just like it was needed because I needed to express myself.
Yeah.
And I did. So the great thing is like you could take anything with a grain of salt. Like you don't have to fully follow it, but just take what you need, and and whatever you had to take from it, learn from it. Cool, keep going. But it's just like definitely people play a lot of part of your role, like their role in your life, and like I'm just happy to be a part of people's lives and people being a part of my life.
Yo, it's a lot of give and take. Like when you started giving me suggestions and I would share with Dante, like I told you right off the jump, I didn't want you to feel like I was like shutting it down, because I also do know a lot of younger people, and for the same part, a lot of people our age tend to really not listen to each other because of the age gap. I'm not like that. I shit you not. Like,
Man, if it sounds like some good information, I'm listening. I'm
Yo.
gonna tell you that shit right now.
I remember asking my fucking 18-year-old nephew, excuse me, for a question on something. And he was like thoroughly shocked that I asked him. I'm like, I'm asking you because I don't know. And I know you know this shit. He was like, but you're asking me. I'm like, tell me, motherfucker, if you know or not. Like, he's like, I'm like, what's the problem here? He was like, you're like really interested in what my answer's going to be. I'm like, you're going to learn from anybody.
Yeah,
like
now, for sure.
My new boss is 26 years old.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's wild. And
What do you mean?
and when her first day when she met all of us, I can see in her face like she's freaking out. I was the youngest person in the company until she started.
Mm-hmm.
So now she's like, are people going to take me seriously? I'm like, do the job.
Don't even worry about that.
You ain't got to worry about none of that. Because if you show us that you know what the hell you're doing and what you're talking about, I promise you, all that shit going to go right out the window. And day 2, she was already implementing route changes and shit. And they made sense. No one talks on it. No one talks on it. She came to the office the other day and everybody was just like, oh, this is our new, vice president. No one batted the eye about how young she is. So a lot of people need to, I bring that up because a lot of people also need to let that shit go as far as like, I ain't listening to nobody. You ain't got the experience. You don't know what fucking people experience.
Yo, now it's just all about experience right now. Like, it could be somebody that's been doing it longer than you have, or like, probably, even though they're older, but this next person's probably been doing it for a very long time and they understand the audience. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's why it's always good to just take everything with a grain of salt, like I was saying. Yeah. So not everything could relate to you, but like, you take what works and then make it your own.
So,
facts.
Dante,
what's up?
We didn't hear what you're 9.
Oh yeah. So like for me, the way I look at it as 9 was around the time when I was getting ready to move to Jersey. Like it wasn't gonna happen yet, but there was a chance that I could move to Tennessee. There was a chance that I could move to Florida. I think.
You almost moved to Tennessee?
I almost moved to Tennessee. Had I moved to Tennessee,
was it Memphis or Nashville?
No, Nashville.
Oh.
My dad was going to have to move there for work. Had I moved there, I'd have never met you.
Yeah, that's
because there'd been no reason for me to.
You would have had an accent.
Literally would have never met.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You probably would have been mad conservative.
First of all, just based on who I am as a person, I would have. If that's what I would have been around, I would have had to leave because I can't deal with that shit. I heard Nashville is nice. Don't get me wrong, but like,
I heard it, yeah.
That's what I'm hearing. But like, if I gotta hear that all the time, I'm like, yeah, I'm up
some
out
people.
Here. I'll be up out of here. But like, yeah, 9 to 18, like y'all said, those were those formative years. Like that's literally where I met all of my friends, the ones that I've kept close and near and dear to my heart are still my friends to this day. I met between 9 and 18, if we being real. You know what I'm saying? So those years were when I learned about myself. And I've always been the shy guy until one year we went to homecoming. And that's when I realized, nah, bro, you need to just have fun. And ever since, that was probably my freshman or sophomore year of high school, ever since then, it's been, if I go to a party, I go to a wedding, I don't give a where I am. If this music,
talking about the one we all went to?
The one we all went to.
That was
the one that we got the picture of.
That was senior
year. I'm talking about when we first went, that's when I realized. Senior year was...
Junior year, excuse me.
Junior year. That was the picture that we took.
Yeah,
but
I'm guessing this party is crazy, huh?
Nah, that shit got...
This is one of those where... And I was talking to Serge about this.
Because I was known for never going out with them. And I went and I'm like, hey, yo.
This is one of those where they had homecoming in the gym.
Yo, that shit was crazy.
Okay.
And they decided to turn all the lights off. They
so
had
dark.
no strobe lights or nothing. It was dark. And the only thing that lit up was the DJ booth. They had the nerve and the audacity to open the bleachers. So a bunch of high school kids in a gym, dark, where you can walk under the bleachers. You go ahead and use your imagination to how that fucking homecoming was, right? So after that,
I just remember being real sweaty in the floor, being mad slippery.
Motherfuckers went to the diner after. That's how we learned to love that diner, son.
That's crazy.
But
shout out to Huck Finn.
Huck Finn was the wave, son.
Go ahead.
So, like, after we graduated high school, very similar to y'all, like, I was confident in myself, but, like, I was also kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And it felt like for me, things restarted because then it's like I'm going to college and stuff like that. I'm seeing people who are like doing things that I would want to do, but nah, I don't think I could do that. So I would start to revert backwards to like how it was when I was, 11 and all of that. About 21, 22 is when the next part of it comes up and it's like, oh, nah, I got this. I get to 27. That's literally where my life, like, if picture being in a car and someone tells you at the very last second, that's your exit, that's literally what happened at 27. So had to hit that shit as soon as 27 hit, everything went to shit. I lost my job. The relationship I had at that time was basically becoming shit. Like everything that was like cool just started to fall at the wayside. But literally the very next year after everything, like I had savings and stuff, so I was chilling, I was paying rent, but I had to find a way to make money and I still had to do something. I started doing odd jobs, doing Lyft and all of that shit. And I was like, yeah. So I learned.
You was doing that shit at the same time?
Yo, we was. And I was doing it
sharing
wrong.
our Lyft stories and
I feel like I was
stories.
doing that shit wrong.
I was getting paid.
Yeah, bro. I was going to all the places, working till like 3 a.m. I'm like, yeah, this is some bullshit. I can't do this shit no more.
I still do that shit every now and then.
I mean, to each his own. I said, once I'm done, I'm done. I'm never going back. I haven't done that shit in like 8 years, bro. I'm never doing that shit again.
Ain't nothing wrong with it, but I can't imagine myself.
There is nothing wrong with, if you do it, go ahead and live your best. Me as a person, it don't work for me. That's just all, because every 3 or 4 hours, I'm like, yeah, this is some bullshit. I need to take a break. Then I realize, taking a break is actually taking away from money, so I should work more. Who wants to drive around for like 8 or 9 hours nonstop? Like, that sounds crazy, but I digress. But then 28 hits, and that's when everything was like, why not? That's when I got into acting. That's when me and Sean started Comb Your Beard. Mm-hmm. That's where everything started. I found my new job where I'm actually like, I've worked my way up and I'm realizing like, had I not lost my job, had I not had a terrible end to the relationship at that point in time in my life, I wouldn't have found my fiance. I wouldn't have had the job that I have now. We wouldn't be on the podcast.
Facts.
So it's one of those where it's like, nah, that shit needs to happen. It sucks when it does, but if it don't happen, you don't come out of your shell. You don't get a chance to say, you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna do what I want. So now, Sean, we closer to this than you might be, but 36 is the next one up.
We get married next year.
I was just about to say, we getting married.
Both of us getting married next year.
So the next chapter, I don't know if it's going to be like that for you, but I'm thinking already, like, I'm going to be doing family shit for the next 9. It's going to be worrying about, like, my fiance going to be my wife and then having a kid, watching them grow up. And now it's like, I'm ready for that next part. But at the same time, I know some shit's going to happen that makes me get prepared to be in that spot, because I wouldn't be here had those shits not happened. And the same thing for 18, because you learn about yourself and you learn, I'm resilient as hell. That's what I learned about myself. Then 27 hit and I had to remember, remember all the other shit you was dealing with? You are resilient. You could do this shit too. Yeah. Boom. On to the next thing. So it sucks when that shit happens. Yeah. But when you look back, I'm telling you, I'm calling it. I'm calling 29. Right before, like, when you start to get closer to 30, you're going to be like, oh shit. Had that not happened, I wouldn't have been going this direction,
I feel like that's the part that I'm at now.
Yeah.
Like, even just looking for this whole year, I'm in that stage of like, if this never happened, I would have never been this much more ahead of myself. Yeah. And even it was just like self-growth. Like, self-growth for me was like a big thing after everything went down. Like, I started seeing like appointment, like one-on-one, talking to somebody, expressing myself. I did all that. I did everything I needed to get my help. Right, and now when I'm viewing it from this whole year, it's just like it worked out. Yeah, it worked out, and it's gonna work out even better. Because like even with the stuff I have, I'm gonna learn, take it, learn, and keep moving on with it.
That's a key lesson, yo. Yeah. No matter how it goes, whether you thought about it going that way or not, shit always works out some way. And it always works out somehow.
Because the crazy part after the 27th year, my 28th year, I met somebody who I thought was going to be my forever. And I thought at the time that was the universe and God giving me my gift for getting through what I got through in 27.
That shit was like lesson.
But that's all lesson. It was.
Are you sure you're ready to
and
grow?
I wasn't.
I'm telling you.
And I wasn't, because like the hurt that came from the ending of that turmoil in that relationship, what happened at 27, even though I didn't realize it at the time, had prepared me to get through it. Horrible relationship. Too many people involved in it. Lost a baby. Cheated on. Like,
Crazy. Yeah.
literally.
It's a long list.
Literally walked in on her with another guy.
Nah,
And you were the bad guy in
And
that situation.
Dante
That shit is crazy.
Dante had to come with me to go get my shit. Like, yo, so I could have went straight off the deep end when that shit happened. What I did was I allowed the hurt to hit me. Now, I'm not perfect. Going through all that hurt, there was stupid shit that happened in between that. We're not gonna get into the whole part of that.
Because lessons will always be there.
Exactly.
Those shit's not going nowhere.
But once I was getting back to even close to what I was going through at 27, God smacked the shit out of me. This is what I call it, because I literally was in the hospital for a week over this incident. I called Dante. I'm not going to tell the whole story. I called Dante. I told D how I was feeling. Dante basically was talking me off a ledge. I'm like, you know what? You're right. I got to get my shit in order. At this point in time, I was 4 months removed from what had took place. And after having that conversation with Dante, I swear, I went in my car, I looked in the mirror, I'm like, yo, I'm either going to move on from this shit or just allow this shit to literally kill me.
Only two choices you had in that situation, bro.
The person reached out. I said something I should have said. Long story short, I ended up in the hospital for a week. In that, they found a heart issue with me. That shit could have took me out, because had that incident never happened, I'd have never discovered it. I was never going to the fucking hospital to get that looked at. And when they found that shit, they're like, yeah, you got to do something about this. Everything changed, bro. Like, literally.
Yeah.
Everything started to change. So the focus I already had at the beginning of 28 towards the tail end of 28 going to 29, I'm like, yo, we going after it, yo. Like, everything started to make sense. Once I got out of my funk, I started doing better at work, started getting promoted.
All the stuff
that I desired.
It was you putting on your vest, you getting your bulletproof vest on, making sure you got all your clips in there. You was getting yourself prepared.
Yeah.
Because you didn't even know.
I didn't know what was about to happen.
How prepared you was already going to be, son.
And then, you know, the icing on the cake for coming out of all that was literally meeting Grace. And I'm not saying it because we together and I gotta say some nice shit. It was real how that shit happened, yo, because I met her in a space to where I wasn't ready for anything. I didn't want anything.
Those be the best. That's literally how I met my fiance. I was not, I'm good.
Yeah.
I want to see where the vibe goes. Here I am engaged.
And actively would like try to talk myself out of feeling the way that I was feeling about her. And then I'm just like, what am I doing, man? Like, she not like anybody else I had ever dealt with. So I leaned into it. And here we are.
That's what I'm saying.
Here we are.
Sometimes you got that lesson lined up, and sometimes it really is what you think it is.
Yeah. So like,
It's a blessing in disguise.
it really is, man. And that's why it's like when you even brought the whole topic up and wanted to speak about it, I'm like, yes. Because if anybody out here is listening to this, man, like if you're at that threshold in your life, any of those years, I don't think 9-year-olds listen to this show, but
it could, like the thing I'm how I'm viewing it is like it doesn't have to be your nines, but it's just that 9. So you could think of it as like stages, like that. That 1 through 9 is that first stage. 9 to 18 is like that second stage.
That's exactly what it was, because all those years basically just got jumped up, but it was all based off of things that happened within those years. So that's what like it. When Dante started telling me about this shit originally, I'm just sitting there like, yo, what the fuck? And then you start playing everything back in your head. Because I have a really good memory. Like, you remember things from now. I remember shit when I was 3. Like, my memory goes way back.
I got the 9. The 3 is like, I don't know.
But so when he was, like, explaining this shit to me, I'm like, yo, this is crazy. And it was all hitting on those years. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to lean more into my spirit, listen to what I feel and the things that I feel like excite me and make me want to enjoy life instead of worrying about shit that wasn't for me.
And the craziest thing is that's what I'm going through right now.
Yeah. Yo.
I promise you, it's going to get better. And it's one of those where it's like, oh, you don't know. Trust me,
I believe
it's going to get better.
And you also, in knowing that it's going to get better, also remember that you're fucking human.
Yep.
So you're going to have moments
Allow yourself
when
to
you
feel.
fucking feel bad about shit. And that's okay. The mistake people do is they try to run away from that feeling. It's not going anywhere.
No, yeah.
That shit is there. It happened. People say it to sound like a jackass, but I'm not saying it in that sense. Deal with it. But I'm not telling you to deal with it as like, oh, get over it. No, I'm telling you to deal with it what I mean by that is actually accept that shit is happening to you, so you can now try to find your ways to navigate around it and through it to a point where it'll come back and it'll be a fucking afterthought. And you're like, damn, I was real fucked up over that shit, huh?
That shit had me down bad.
Yeah, that shit, like, damn. We start making jokes about the shit.
Like the funny thing is that's how like I kind of view it now, and I'm viewing that for my whole life. Like even like the stuff that I post now is just like who gives a fuck? Like who's gonna tell you not to post that? Or who's gonna tell you whatever? Like
seriously,
it doesn't matter who's telling you whatever. It's whatever you want to do. So that's like, I mean, everything happened for a reason. But like the fact that I'm now seeing it that way is like I should have been saw it this way. Yeah. But it's okay. Everybody has the roller coaster going up and down.
Yep. And there's peaks and valleys.
Minders. Like,
so like the one thing that I'm learning too is like everybody has their own road to follow. Yeah. Like their own path. Like you don't have to compare yourself to anybody.
For sure.
Like. I could be, for example, 27 and broke, but now when I turn 30, who knows? Me stacked up, racked up, But
so I gotta. It's a little weird transitioning, but I was trying to sit here and offer what we talk about, think of a good top 3 before we get up out of here.
Okay.
We're already past this threshold, so I'm gonna only let this top 3 is only going to be for Steven.
Okay.
I mean, it could be a little quick for you guys.
No. We're past 30.
I don't even know what it is, so I can't.
So, because I want to ask him what's the top 3 things he wants to do before he turns 30.
Oh, I could do that because I can go back in time.
Okay, that's different.
Yeah.
Let's see. That's a really hard one for me, bro.
Listen, try to narrow it down.
All right, cool. Just to keep things simple.
Okay.
Definitely get over 25K in Robinhood.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
3 years is very doable.
For sure.
It's very doable.
For sure.
What Wu-Tang say? Diversify your bonds.
Let's see. I want to learn a whole new skill, and it could be whatever, like cybersecurity, some skill that will lead me to a greater job, and I could even still learn it and not go through it, but I still just want to learn a new skill. Yeah. So that'd be like my second thing, and then also probably just just do what I want to do, like experiment, fail, keep experimenting, fail again, because like I just want to win at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. And like when that's my only choice but to win, like I'm gonna have failures, I'm gonna have L's, I'm gonna have losses. But like as long as I keep moving through it, I'm gonna win.
And that's why I challenge you to think: is it a failure if you keep going?
Marvin's the
Yo,
I was trying to hold it in.
Did you picture somebody running like this too?
So I'm like, oh shit, you better get that finish line. You got all I think of it now though is when Carlton stole the ball.
Just threw that shit.
He was like,
everybody was like, bruh. Like, you wasn't even like that. Like, you should have just.
Will was still in the ground.
But this was a great talk because it's something that everybody goes through, and then we always feel like, nobody else knows what I'm talking about. But once you realize, like, oh, there are other people who know what I'm talking about, it makes things feel a lot better. Like, I remember talking to like my older cousins and older people, and they'd say like, oh yeah, by the time you turn this, life is gonna suck. It's gonna be this way. And after 25, it's all downhill. I'm like, you know what you didn't do? You didn't see the optimistic side of things where like maybe after 25 life gets better. I don't know. But then when I figured it out for myself, it's like, oh, it's to your point. Everybody's journey is different. So as long as you get to a place where you feel happy, I feel happy, that's a win to me. That's a win to me, bro.
That's
Full
exactly
of glee.
That's it. That's it. If I'm happy, I'm winning. That's how I look at that shit. I ain't stressing. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
but before we get up out of class, Sean, because you
I didn't do nothing, bro.
truancy officer looking for you. Before we get up out of here, tell the people where they can follow you at. If you got any projects, anything coming up that they need to be on the lookout for.
You can follow me at only.steven_ or fuck, I keep messing up this goddamn name. only.steve_. That's my Instagram. I pretty much post everything on there. As far as my next projects is just like, I'm gonna keep going with my art because, you know, I'm an artist. Keep going with my content, keep taking pictures.
Got any shows coming up? You just had one.
No, yeah, I just had one, but I kind of want to spread them out a little bit so I could make new stuff, you never get inspired overnight.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So like I like to live through it and get inspiration from different things and just create my own, my own masterpiece.
Yeah.
But as far as that's everything I got right now. We do have an event coming up with Liz.
Shout out to Liz.
Liz, shout out to you. So we have a fashion show / art thing going on. I'm not gonna spill too much about it just because the flyer's gonna come up, video's gonna come up. There's gonna be a very lit event. A lot of people are gonna be there. There's gonna be I'm gonna give you a date though, so everybody knows. December 13th.
Okay.
December 13th.
December 13th.
Is that a Friday?
Saturday.
Even better.
But just
Even
know
better.
it's gonna be live art and fashion
Gotcha.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. Where's it gonna be at?
in Brooklyn
Cool.
Brooklyn.
at the AM/PM gallery.
AM/PM gallery.
So in order to find out about it, y'all heard him. Follow him on Instagram. The flyer's gonna be coming out so you can see when that's gonna be out, so you can check it out. Brooklyn ain't too far, especially for a lot of our viewers. I'm pretty sure they're from the tri-states. Like Brooklyn right there. And it's popping. Come on.
Like an hour away.
Shout out to all the scholars in the Philippines. Shout out to all the scholars in Vegas. Shout out to all the scholars. I'm just naming places I've been to recently. Shout out to all the scholars in Thailand. Yo, I love me some Thailand, bro. We gotta go back.
Yo, never mind. That's a whole other conversation because we talked about living like a king out in Thailand. That's where I need to go, son.
It's so nice
go out there
out
with
there,
$100 and I'm in living lavish.
Shout out to Chang Beer.
What's going on?
Yo, bro.
What's going on? Did they tell you to plug that in on this episode or something?
You getting paid for this?
No. You never know. You never know. But listen, I know I don't want to hold up too much time, but like I said, man, like, cause I didn't ask the top 3 to me and Dante only because we've experienced a lot in that time frame from 27 to 30. And I don't know about Dante, I can't speak for him, but a lot of the shit that I wanted to do before 30, that I was kind of upset I didn't get a chance to, I'm actively doing it now, and it feels fucking amazing. That's why, like he said, when people used to be like,
2 out of 3 for me.
When people used to be like, yo, man, you gonna get older, you gonna feel bad. Yeah, I'll have times when I'm tired, but life is fucking good, bro.
It's
like,
about how you feel.
Yeah, how I feel inside.
Age ain't nothing but a number. You know what I'm saying? It's a mental thing.
And it's so
It's a
fucking
mental
dope,
thing.
man, to have somebody in my corner, too, who likes to do the shit that I like to do, man. That shit means a lot,
if you
bro.
don't mind me asking, like, so what do you want to complete before you're 40?
Ooh, family. Ready. I'm ready.
How about you, Dante?
Top 3? We could do family, finances, and home. Those are my 3 focuses between, that's about 5.5 years. Gives me enough time. Excuse me, 4.5. That's more than enough time to get done with.
I would say family, it ties into finances, but monetizing.
Yeah.
I want to get this
When
shit.
I say finances, I'm casting my net far and wide. I'm talking stocks. I'm talking pod. I'm talking
everything.
Finances going green.
And then, just like
Staying green. Excuse me.
traveling. Like,
The funny thing is, like, no matter what age you are, I feel like we all have the same, close to the same goals.
yes. And it was like that before.
But it's just different stages.
That's
Exactly.
it. Because
That's
it's
what it
all
is.
about the path,
when
brother.
we-
See, everything comes full circle every episode.
Because when we were in our 20s, we was trying to travel to go party. Shit, now I'm trying to travel to go see hey, this view looks really nice.
I just want to see some shit.
You want to feel some shit, see some shit.
Yeah, I've been to a party recently, and it's one of those. It's like, yeah, I'm definitely the unk. I'm cool with going on being a dude on the cruise, sipping the Mai Tai. Y'all go ahead and tango. I'm gonna just sit on here and watch the water. Yeah, I'm getting there.
Old man yelling at the cloud, shut the fuck up! But nah, listen, it's been real, y'all. We appreciate you, Steve, for coming through.
Absolutely,
Appreciate
bro.
you guys. Appreciate it.
Make sure y'all look out for the flyer for the show coming up that him and Liz will be
December
putting
13th out in Brooklyn. Check it out.
13th out in Brooklyn. Anything else, Dante?
Nah, bro, we good.
So you want me to put the beat back on? You want to sign us out?
Yeah, I got you. So with that being said, I want to thank you all for joining us on yet another installment of Educated Brothers Podcast. And with that being said, we're going to get our good brother, No Talent Beats. Play us out, brother. Thank you so much for joining us.